Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Careers in Cosmetology with Miss Helen Powell. Thank you for joining us today, Miss Powell.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I've enjoyed our visits over time. I've been down to visit many times at Careers in Cosmetology, and a few weeks ago, Helen, you had a real tragedy here to me, and I know it was to you too. You had a fire here at the school, and it set you back a few days, didn't it?
Set us back for about 3 weeks. We're working hard to get everything back to normal and get back as we should be.
Mm-hmm. And Helen, when things like that happen, you seem to just get tougher and tougher. You seem to realize that, hey, you got to work on through some situations in life. Things happen, don't they?
Things happen, and we were taught as children to be tough, and we deal with what we need to deal with, and we go from there.
Mm-hmm. Now, Helen, how many years has the school been here? Has Careers in Cosmetology been here?
Excuse me. I've had this school for 33 years.
So you had a school prior to this one?
I worked for a company that owned schools, and I taught for them and traveled for them for a while, which was very interesting as well. Mm-hmm. But this particular, I've been teaching probably 45 years. I'm going to tell my age now. But this school has been here a good 33 years.
Yeah. And what an outstanding opportunity to help so many people in our community. There are people you run into, I'm sure, still here in our community and outside of the area who came through, who got their cosmetology license by training under you.
That's true. I have students all over the state. I actually have students all over the world right now. Mm. So you never know where your students are coming from, and you never know where they're going to wind up as far as working with their careers.
Yeah.
I have students right now. I have one that drives from Hazelhurst. That's what, an hour and a half. So they come from everywhere, and I love that.
Mm-hmm. And Helen, I've understood it and learned through time and visiting with you that you really work at people's own pace. You help them at whatever growth point they are. If they need extra time working on any issue, you help them with that.
That's right. Everybody's an individual. Everybody takes different types of work to work with them, and that's really part of what I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've learned over that time to have that patience. I see in you, Helen.
Yes, you have to have a lot of patience. You really do.
Yeah, and so all the way through, and many things you've done in our community, and your church involvement, in involvement with the schools, and involvement with the Careers in Cosmetology, with educating these people. You've shown that patience. You've shown that determination to help others, and tell us a few maybe incidences of when people reach back out to you after years. They may call you, you run into them. What are some of the stories people tell you?
There are many times I'll have a phone call years later with a thank you, or the flower truck drove up to the front door one day. And I'm like, well, who's getting flowers today? And actually it was me, with a little note. And this student had been out 3 or 4 years, and she said, thank you for what you did for me.
Yeah.
2 pretty little flowers on a bud vase. It didn't mean a lot. So
I bet it did.
It always comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And since the fire, a lot of things have come back to me.
People have really
been
reached
awesome.
out to you, haven't
Yes.
they?
People have been awesome, and I really appreciate it too. It's helped a lot.
Yeah. And so many people choose to come down and either have their hair cut or styled, or many other services that you offer. And it gives you students an opportunity with your help.
Yes.
To perform the task, under your supervision, and you watching over them to make sure everything is just right. But many people come in, don't they?
Oh yes. Students have to have so much time on actual live models, as we call them. So if you come in for a haircut, it is students do the work, of course. I check everything. They're very conscientious, so you're going to get a good job. So it it helps pay for their education. I pay bills off of customer service, not really, you know, tuition.
Yes.
Because I keep it affordable and I keep it where they can afford to come, being it's private.
And so many people, just all types of people, men, women, young people come in and you know, have their hair cut or set or done, and many different things you do. What services do you all offer?
We offer everything. We do hair, skin, nails. You know, cosmetology is the works. So they're actually licensed to do everything.
Hair, skin, and nails.
Hair, skin, and nails.
Well, all right. Now, you've told me some stories before in coming along that maybe somebody wanted something real unique, color in their hair, spiked up, different things for a special occasion or just to do in some way. And, you know, that's unique, but you can do that, can't you, Helen?
We can do that. I have to teach basics, and I do that. Make sure it's like kindergarten. You learn the basics, and then you grow from there. So I try to cover everything I can possibly cover, teach them everything I can teach them in the amount of time that they're here.
Yeah.
So they can go out and work and make that money.
So what's the average time of the school? What is that for a student coming in?
State requires 9 months, 180 days, and a lot of that depends on the student. You know, you may have a student that possibly can do it in 9 months, but for most it takes a little longer than that. Everybody works at their own pace, and I work with everybody individually, so that can vary a lot.
Now, Helen, I've noticed over the time and years that we've known each other that you not only help ladies, young ladies, but you help men as well to train in cosmetology. And when I first saw that, I was like, well, wow, you know, men can come through too.
They absolutely
can. They have to learn too, don't they?
With a cosmetology license, they can work in the barbershop if that's all they want to do, or they can work, you know, in the beauty salons as well. So it gives them the opportunity to do whatever they need to with those licenses. There are not a lot of true barber schools left, so they have to come through and they have to learn it all. They have to get their hands in that makeup and those nails as well, but they do great. They all do great.
But there's opportunity there, and you know, some ladies would tell you, I'm sure you've heard it before, Helen, that some of the best salons or hairdressers are men.
That's true.
So, you know, if
That's
women
true.
are telling you that, it must be true
You
to
know,
it, huh?
these little women, they'll sit in that chair and all you got to do is smile at them and they're good. So
All right.
it works great.
Yes, ma'am. So tell us about how to get involved with careers in cosmetology. If someone's out there watching, or if they know of a family member that might need a career change, to do something that is actually a skill, a trade, a profession.
It is a profession.
It
We
is
are
that.
licensed by the state. But they just need to come by and talk with me. It's very simple. I have to have proof of education. You have to have that high school diploma.
Okay.
That can be worked on while they're here if in a situation where they didn't finish.
They can get their GED while they're in school.
They can get their GED while they're in school.
All right.
So they just need to come talk with me and tell them what I expect and what the rules are, and we go from there.
Now,
It's
you
very
know,
easy.
Now, and the good part about it, it's very good because this is a profession. Helen, I can tell you, is a rule person, and you're going to be a rule follower.
I'm a rule person.
You're going to do things by the book, and that's the way it should be.
We're going to do it correct.
Yeah.
We're going to practice it, correct procedures. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it the right way if we do it.
And so then you know if you come in for school, you're going to learn the way to do things properly. There won't be issues later.
No, if you learn it now, it'll follow you all the way through. And it's an awesome profession. There's so many avenues you can take in this profession. You know, you can specialize. You can do it all. I love doing all of it. So, you know, specializing wouldn't be something I'd want to do because I enjoy everything. But you do have a choice. You certainly can have a choice.
So let's talk about if you want to enter the school, well, what's a typical day and week like?
Well, you have a certain amount of book work that you have to complete. So we always have to work that book work in as well, and then we do the fun stuff after that. But Tuesdays.
Now, what's the fun stuff? What is that?
The fun stuff, what I call the fun stuff, is actually putting to use what you've learned. Working on that mannequin, working on each other, and actually learning these procedures. So when you are able, because there's 2 levels, there's a level 1 and a level 2.
Okay.
So, level 1, you're learning all your procedures. Level 2, you are ready to actually work on real clients, just like it would be in the beauty salon. So I keep it as much as real life as it's going to be, as it can be.
Yes. And there are times that, well, you'll face pressure,
True.
face a little adversity like in anything.
Very.
So how do they learn that, and how do they, you're here for them all the way when they're training, so how do
Absolutely.
how does that work for you?
Well, I tell my students, I expect you to treat these clients with respect and kindness and caring. And then on the other side of that, I make sure that clients, if they get a little out of line, that I can remind them that they're students and they know that. They are learning. So I have a lot of tact. I can tactfully
Yes, you do.
put them in their place
Yes, you
if I
do.
need to.
Yes, you do. You've learned over time not only how to deal with students, but with clients and whomever. You just know how to deal with people, Helen.
That's right. You have
You
to
really
be.
do.
You have to be a people person first.
And you love people.
And I love people.
And I can say without a shadow of a doubt from the time that I've gotten to know you that you enjoy that. You get that personal satisfaction out of helping another person to better themselves in life.
Absolutely.
Isn't that what it's all
To
about?
know that I was a part of that, and to watch from day one, they come in and they don't even know how to hold a comb correctly, and then, they come in with their notebooks and pencil and paper, and their graduation day they leave with 2 or 3 loads in their car because they've accumulated so much, and so it seems like a short process to me. I'm sure it seems long to them, but it's a quick procedure if you think about the education that they get in a short length of time, and not a lot of money spent either.
Yeah. Now, Helen, what is impressive to me is the opportunity to make so much money, to set your own hours and work hard, and again, make a very good living.
It's an awesome profession. It'll be really good to you if you're good to it.
I've heard you say that
And
before.
if you take care of people and give them good service, I have clients that are still coming, and they come to the school that I've been in this business a long time. I was 18 years old, and I have some of my first clients still come to the school.
What a credit. What a credit
And that's
to you,
awesome.
Helen.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
And I love them. They're like family.
Oh, they are at this point.
They are.
They
That's
are
for
like
sure.
family.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you inviting them back.
Absolutely. Every
Well,
single one of them.
If someone out there would like to get an appointment, they want to come down, what are your hours of operation?
We are here Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5. We normally start taking clients at 10 o'clock. They have to do that old fun book work, every day. We get started with the book work, and then at 10 o'clock we start with clients, and we're here until 5 o'clock.
And Helen, I'm going to back up just a moment to, the recent fire that happened. You came in and some people told you, why don't you just, call it quits? What did you say?
Oh, I can't repeat what I said because I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
But mostly what I said was, when I'm ready to give it up, then I will do so. As long as I'm able to walk, talk, and think and share what I can do, then I will be here doing that. So I plan to. I might be in my little red scooter, but I'm gonna be up down these aisles.
Yeah, and I can see in so many of the students that have been through that I've had the opportunity to kind of watch from afar, so to speak. But I see them, and I see how filled with joy they are. And they'll come to you and they say, how does this look? What is this? Can you come check me out on this? What is this? And even from the point of you signing off on things they've done and them leaving for, say, the weekend, it's the end of another week of work, you're encouraging to them all the time. And so I can say to anyone that's interested in the schools, you should get in touch with Miss Helen Powell. She can help you reach that career goal that you may have. If you're looking for something to make a difference, if you think cosmetology is the thing for you, you'd invite them just come in and sit down and talk to you for a while.
Come in anytime and talk with me. Come in and visit with us.
Yeah.
Follow us around. See what it's about. Sometimes people don't really realize what we're about. And what it involves. And there many times they'll come in and they'll look at that textbook and they'll say, "Ooh, we have to do that." Yes, you do. You have to learn anatomy and chemistry, and you have to learn all of it. So not only how to, but a good education as well goes with it. So
Wonderful.
it's different.
Wonderful. There's a lot to look forward to. We have the information on the screen. You'll be able to call at any time. Most importantly right now, all the customers who may have rang the phone for a few weeks there and you had problems with your phone lines.
Yes, this week's been rough with the phone line, so yeah.
So
But
we
we're
just
here.
want you to know, right, that Miss Helen Powell is here, Careers in Cosmetology is here to serve you, and there are many helping hands here that can make you look your very best.
Absolutely.
So make an appointment real soon or stop by and visit with Miss Helen and see what it's all about. Again, you don't know until you try. And what a wonderful opportunity to set your own hours, work as much as you'd like or as little in some cases, work
That's
around
true.
schedules because you have that profession. You have a license. You are a licensed professional and the opportunity is yours. So if that's what you're looking for, we'd encourage you to get in touch with Helen.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
with us.
Thank you for your time.